Hey Daka, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Nice to be here. Nice to be commentating with you.
Definitely, I agree. I couldn't agree more, and I'm very excited about this race, like you said. And I guess it's kind of an upset in terms of how long Jason has been playing this game, and he has usually been on the finals for these tournaments in GG. But I guess not so much an upset in terms of the times that Calaverita has been able to put on so far.
I 100% agree. Kalaverita has actually been running this game for a good time, a good amount of time now, and he has been impressive in almost every category he has attempted. So I will definitely say he is a very impressive runner, and he has proved it in this tournament even more so. But now, I mean, he's facing down the beast here, Grondious, the mastermind of the lobber spread. So it is definitely going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. And well, Grondious is the only one that has been able to put on like sub 11 times. So far in the tournament, these two have not been that far in terms of tournament times. So I mean, I think Grondious is still the favorite, but I think it's gonna be extremely close, just like the match for third place. Honestly, we can go the distance, I think.
Absolutely. The match for third place was incredibly close. And again, I want to say GG to both of those runners. Those races were very intense and honestly came down to, again, as I was stating, just very few, just a little bit of execution here and there was really what separated third and fourth place there. And we might even see that here with the lobber spread combination as well, considering some of these bosses can really throw these runners for a loop with some patterns. So we might see fluctuations of a runner lose 10 seconds and then gain it back on the next boss because the next runner gets bad RNG. It's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, like the famous geese. How many times
Yes.
are we gonna see geese tonight?
Exactly. And in that first series, we only saw it one time, and Jason was able to actually get a perfect platform and just stood there and shot spread the entire time. So, so far, Glumstone has been a very generous boss, and it looks like we're getting ready to get this race started. And it's going to be a Mugman versus Cuphead, as we know Grondius is always Cuphead. And yeah, here we go.
Here we go, and have on the left side Grondious representing the United States and Calaverita representing Mexico in this World Cup Head Tournament of Legends Grand Finals. Match still best of 5, so whoever wins 3 first is gonna be the champion. Whoever loses tonight is gonna be crowned as the second place. And here we are in our way into the, I guess, honestly, one of the hardest bosses, which is not actually a boss, but there's usually trouble in Forest Follies.
And Grandi is entering 0.01 milliseconds behind here. That's gonna be detrimental to the race as we move on.
Oh, absolutely. Taking the early lead is very important.
Exactly. And this is one of the least, definitely the most unfortunate levels in the game because you just can't escape it. No matter what category you're running, this is there. Unless you're running one gun pea shooter, this is there.
I think there's some weird category like, I don't know, probably one gun roundabout where you do the glitch on the tutorial and you can skip Forest Follies.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't know if you prefer the glitch on the tutorial over Forest Follies, to be honest.
Very true. And now, this is going to be the biggest difference we will see from our last series. Both runners are just going to buy both weapons right here, right off the bat. So we won't be seeing them grab any more coins from here on out. Both runners are just going to hope for the shop skip there, equip spread lobber, and that's going to be it. Now, after equipping Chalice.
Here comes a spooky bunch.
Right, yeah. We're just like this little bit of an auto-scroller. You know what? I see this kind of like when you're about to run as fast as you can and you take like 3 or 4 steps back before you start running. This is kind of like that. You're kind of like in anticipation before the action starts.
It really is, especially for this run, considering how, like, these bosses, they're action-packed, they die very quickly. So like this is just like all right, well we just went through Forest Follies, which is again action packed, filled with a death could happen at any second, and now we're just we're gonna hang out here, guard this little vase. And the oddest thing is we're doing it all to go be Chalice right after this.
Chalice putting this tutorial in between the DLC island.
And for those of you, spoilers for the story here, that since you've all watched all of the speedrun at this point, Chalice never actually gets to be revived, and that's the whole point of the story here, is that you go through these mausoleums, Chalice gives you some powers, and you eventually hopefully bring her back, and then you get to the DLC island, the final boss, pretends to be the nice guy and fools you into collecting all these ingredients and never brings her back. That's why you end up having to fight him. Just a game of deceit.
Yes, it indeed is. I think he's more evil
devil-
than the devil. I mean, the devil is at least
Yeah.
clear with
The
his
devil's
intentions.
straightforward about
Yeah,
it, exactly.
exactly.
This guy was even worse. But at least it did give us a great character to play in the DLC with a bunch of extra features. Unfortunately, not much of them are used in the speedrun. The role is really only used for some coolness and swag after the boss is dead. And the roll glitch here, obviously. But we see both runners, great RNG, just destroying the boss with the spready X's now.
Yeah, for all of those wondering in the chat or that have probably not played the DLC, you could technically do this run with either Cuphead and Mockman as well, but the double jump from Michalis and that extra piece of heart is just too strong compared to the speeds or the times that you could be getting with Cuphead or Mockman.
Absolutely. That extra... Speedrunners use HP as a resource. It's how it just makes you go faster because you can just take more damage. That one extra damage boost saves surprising amounts of time over the run.
Oh yeah. Or safety sometimes as well. There might be like planned 2 damage boost planned per fight or something like that, but you have that extra little bit of safety net in case you take an extra damage by mistake.
Exactly.
We're gonna be seeing these runners a lot of times in 1 HP.
Especially with this weapon combination, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And as you can already see, how much of a struggle this phase is compared to Charge. But both runners make it work, and as you already said, Kalaverita is on 1 HP, but they should be comfortable with this situation here and know exactly what they need to do to get through it.
Absolutely.
Both of them here moving into phase 3.
Right side for Grondious, left side for Kalaverita. If they would continue in one cycle, Grondious it does. And unfortunately for Kalaverita, it moves
Ooh.
at the very end, right there. Oh, be careful with
Smart
that
for
eye
him
right
to
there.
play that safe with the
Yeah.
eye, but Grondious had a double. He got a two lobber trap there on the right side. Might have equated to getting that quick kill there. It's a quirky little strategy he has to get some extra damage in. Kalaverita, I think, was only able to get the 1 lobber in, unfortunately.
Yeah, little by little taking some seconds off from Kalaverita, so it's going to be a 37 entry for Grondious and a 44 entry for Kalaverita. So that's a 7-second lead so far for Grondious. It might not sound as much, but with a run as short as this one, sometimes 10 seconds or something like that can be decisive.
Yeah, very much so. I will call it decisive after we see the times on this boss, though, for sure. A good phase 1 from both runners, though, so if they're able to clutch out this second phase, yeah, and Grondious with a nice second phase, Kalaverita as well.
Yeah, a little trouble with
Little
Dog
bit
and just
slower,
1
but
HP.
ooh. A little bit slower, but it was still good. He does get the... Oh! He died to the invisible hitbox of the laser. No! Very unfortunate there from Kalaverita, and very nicely done by Grondious to get the quick kill.
Hate to see something like that happening. Unfortunately, that's not even new. Like, invisible hitboxes have been
No.
a staple of Cuphead since forever.
Yeah, those lingering hitboxes, like you saw it in his face. He didn't even know it killed him, and you know it's just such an unfortunate thing. But you really do have to watch out for those lingering hitboxes.
Here's a real high-class bout.
As Kalaverita does get the 50-50 this time as well, so he should be able to convert this kill, as Grondious is one of the few people who really try not to use any nukes, I believe, in Esther, except for phase 3, and I don't even think he uses them anymore much in the final phase.
Okay.
But we'll see what he opts to do here for safety. It would definitely be smart to nuke.
Especially in a tournament setting. Might want that little piece of invincibility. Sacrificing maybe just like a couple seconds only.
Yeah, and to give Grondious credit, he's always finding newer and better strategies every day, so I wouldn't even be surprised if that's an outdated one that I just saw a few days ago and testing it out. But yeah, it does look like he is doing the double nuke strat here, which is, I think it's the way to go. It really equates to some good times. And yeah, Kalaverita using the up top safe spot. Honestly, someone really needs to calculate the damage of the EXs, I think, in those spots, because one might be better than the other, realistically. Because it looks like the top EXs might hit a little bit more.
Okay. Maybe.
But Kalaverita, 4 HP, should be comfortable rest of the fight here. And this is the boss that could cost Grondious some time and possibly even a death, so if there's ever a time for Kalaverita to come back, this one might be it.
I think Grondious is one of those that watches every stream. So if he's actually watching, I'm not so sure if he's just gonna go all in and just play it safe in case he needs.
Yeah, as you see there, he did do a lobber, I think, to stay 2 HP.
If you see your opponent dies, if you're actually watching
Wow,
the stream,
nice.
if you just play it safe, you should be good in the base without trouble.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
like a
was really
checkmate.
nicely done there. And the 42, Jesus.
Oh, that's true. He was mimicking the sunglasses strategy from Luigi, so he definitely watched the stream.
Yeah. Grondious is keeping up, for sure. Kalaverita having a great first phase here. Let's see. I do like the strategy he has for the second phase there. I've actually started using that myself. It makes it a lot easier to confirm that quick kill instead of just trying to spam the spready X's.
That is. I will have to learn this theory at some point myself.
Yeah, this category is it's brutal. All of these bosses, the strategies that the community was just able to come up with have made this category a very brutal one. Like, as you can see, Grondious hitting a spread EX like in midair there, not even on the boss's hitbox. Like, that's how well we've already learned this. Like, we know the boss's hitbox is still there, even though it's vanished. There's even this thing we'll see here if Grondious is able to get it with these ghost shakers that you're actually able to kill basically one as it spawns and get extra damage in on the boss to guarantee to kill the boss here in this phase. It's a very, very small % chance for it to happen, but there's actually a triple damage lobber spot there. So he was really close, actually, and that's a really nice time. 10:59, sub 11.
Sub 11 indeed. So if Kalaverita wanted to win that one, he would have needed to PB.
Yeah, and that's just a scary thought going into the next races as well. But it was extremely close up until the depth, so.
Oh yeah.
A very good fight here. Every other fight was really nice from Kalaverita, and he tries this as well. So if either of them get that in this tournament, that would be incredible.
Grondious got it like this ultimate jutsu, but on practice. Like it was on the mainstream, but he was just.
Oh yeah. It's definitely cool to show off for the stream. It is. That's probably one of the craziest things in Cuphead I've ever seen. Basically, next to us, like figuring out a perfect strategy for the super skip on Legacy, that is way hard. Like the Salt Baker skip, way harder, but it's just an amazing find. And a GG there to both runners. Grondious going to take game 1 with the 10:59. Kalaverita finishing up with around an 11:30, it looked like. Grondious is 1-0 right now. Ted Cuddy in the lead. And we will be moving on to the second match here. It looks like Grondious is going to go to the bathroom, stretch, one of the two.
Yes, for a couple minutes here. So, be back to the race in just a moment. I don't know, it might be even
Kalaverita
nerves. Like
cleaned his glasses.
The grand finals already, so nerves can definitely happen in a match like this as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. Nerves are definitely going to be a factor, I'm sure, for maybe the first race or two. Hopefully they get shaken out. But I know even on low stake races, I get, the nerves going.
While we wait, let me remind everybody in chat that we have a couple events going to happen here shortly. I mean, not today, but signups are pretty much open. We have the 4th anniversary GG Speedruns Marathon. It's going to take place at the end of November. If you want to sign up, signups are already open. Just put the link right there in the chat. And, well, there's going to be a tournament for rookies in the Messenger and then a tournament for seasoned players. Of course, rookies can join the seasoned players one as well. But there's going to be a couple of those. We have the trailer for that up already, but signups for that one are going to open tomorrow. Alright, seems that they're both ready, so I'm going to count them down.
And also, just a quick thing, if you guys are interested in joining the 4th anniversary GG Speedruns, Dino generally, I know you normally put the proceeds towards a charity, and it's a great way to get yourself into a marathon, get your name out there. So if you're interested in trying to show off a game that you really like to some people, definitely give it a try.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're going to be in benefit. We normally do it for a rare condition called CDKL5. So we're going to continue to do it that way. Alright, so here we are back on race number 2. Grondious leads the way with 1-0 victory so far against Kalaverita. So, do you have any predictions for race 2? Do you think Kalaverita is going to be able to tie this up, or is Grondious going to be taking the extra lead with a 2-0?
The thing about Grondious is he is so consistent. I have watched his stream a decent amount in the past month or two of him grinding this category. And this guy is just always putting up the same amount of consistent times. Unfortunately, I don't have the platform Kalaverita streams on to watch him, so I'm not sure of his consistency compared to Grondious, but I do believe he can pull out a victory here for sure. I don't think it's out of his grasp.
Yeah, definitely. Grondious is extremely consistent, as we just saw. That's 2 for 2 ninja clips right here for Grondious, and that's gonna be having an early lead for him of about maybe 5 seconds, something like that. Let's have a look here.
Yeah, it generally saves around 4 to 5 seconds. Yeah, 39 to 35.
Yeah. So that's a considerable lead if you take into consideration that that's just the first minute of the run so far. But let's see.
Yeah,
We're still
no,
at the
the
start.
shop glitch could bring that right back. Let's see.
Yeah.
Both runners grabbing it. Kalaverita with a little bit of a faster shop there. Save those few milliseconds. Always count.
You know what? Actually, I guess technically speaking, I mean, who knows what could have happened. But Luigi potentially lost 3rd place due to shop glitch. Because there was a race that he lost for 5 seconds.
It was so close.
Yeah,
it was so close.
I mean,
Absolutely.
everything matters so much.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I was like, that literally could it was a shot glitch away, you know, almost. So, and that goes to show, no matter how consistent you are, because Jason is also one of the most consistent runners in this game, you know, that this category being as short as it is, a lot of the runners have been able to become just as consistent and as dangerous, so.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it's gonna be interesting to see if anyone gets bad RNG during the series. It's gonna be very fun to see how they deal with it.
Speaking of RNG, I also think that at least when you're grinding for like PVs and things like that, while RNG can still screw you up, I think it's a little bit easier to find better RNG than, let's say, in another longer category. Because sometimes you're like, I don't know, 20 minutes into the run when you face like the V, and then you're expecting for her to go in the middle. You're already 20 minutes in, and she's like not in the middle. You're like, no, come on.
Yep. Yeah, when you're at definitely when you're at that level in the longer categories, it can be more punishing, and in this one for sure. I think at this point the record won't be touched until we see another Salt Jutsu come out from whoever decides to grind this category, because that is really the main geese. Oh, okay.
Decent platform RNG though.
Yeah, not that bad, but no parries, unfortunately.
Yeah. Nice little trap by
So Kalaverita definitely have the better phase one here. And those hidden gnomes. Yeah. Alright, both 2 HP. Grondious with no card here, actually. That's not good.
Oh, he just got it. Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if that was on purpose. Like, if he knew exactly that he was just gonna get it.
He stopped shooting there for a second too and realized it and started shooting. He definitely I don't think he planned that. I think that was just Grondious fucking, or excuse my language, just I don't know, Grondious just clicked there and he just made an amazing play. That was crazy. What a save.
Oh yeah. And that was 4-second lead for Kalaverita there. So let's see. So it's a 429. Against a 429, they're pretty much even right now. That mistake by Grondious just took Kalaverita back into like just tying things up.
I mean, honestly, I think that could have been worse. I think that was the best situation Grondious could have made of it. Unfortunately, as like what happened to him, as not having a card there and just getting it is so. I've never seen that. That is just crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just hoping that he would have done enough damage in like the first second to get that card and activate the glitch.
And I can't believe he did, yeah. He had to be mashing those buttons. But Kalaverita, again, having a great fight here, so.
I think Grondious is a little bit better, though.
Yeah, I think so as well. Or Grondious loads might be a little bit quicker.
Like 5 seconds
here.
again.
44, yeah. Yeah, and a 49, yeah, he brought it right back.
And it's not like Kalaverita's fights are bad, like not even close, like they're pretty good, but oh man, like 5 seconds in a single fight? That's a lot of time.
Yeah, it's that first phase. Grondious is really he's mastered those upward diagonal lobber flicks. He's able to hit that boss even when it's moving with a lobber, which really gets you those good times in that first phase if you aren't able to just stay under him with spread.
Let's see what happens here in the Douglas. You mentioned that
you love to
this
see
is
the
decisive
bones.
one, and last race was actually the decisive one.
Yes. This definitely is a part of the run that you can kind of see who might be definitely taking the victory, because they definitely Moonshine Mob and Saltbaker are probably the most practiced, because they are the most technically difficult, so you expect the runners to usually have those down and not to die, right? But this one, you know, anything can happen.
Got it.
Good RNG though there for Grand too. And nice, Kalaverita still pulling a 50, so good for him as well.
Yeah, just 1 second, so definitely still in the fight for this, and we have 3 more bosses. I don't expect any of them having trouble with Esther, but we have seen a few deaths or a few close calls with just 1 HP on Esther's last phase. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah, that last phase can really lose you time if you are very uncomfortable with it at 1 HP. And I mean, don't blame anybody who is, because that is a scary phase at 1 HP.
Oh, it absolutely.
Grondious, very quick phase 1. Kalaverita's going to get some nice over damage there in phase 1 with an extra attack, which was the cactus. So he should have a pretty, very short phase there. He should just be able to pick up the parry. Very nice.
Moonwalk doggo.
Yeah,
And now
the
he
moonwalking
flies.
sausage cow. I don't know what it is. The moon, it still has its horns. Like, you can't eat this. It's not safe. And then into the actual spam here. It's called prairie dogs, which worries me, because it's not a dog. But a 101 from Grondious is insane. That's I actually think that's IL world record for that level, or it's a minute now, maybe.
Somebody mentioned that there's a 59, I think from Jason.
Oh, there is there? Okay. Okay, yeah, so still, 2 seconds
101
off
still
is
crazy good,
insane. Yeah. And yeah, as you just mentioned, Narga, the star skips are, I'm pretty sure Grondious might be the star skip legend, so we shouldn't even be questioning. But yeah, both sides are getting an incredible amount of star skips. I did notice that.
I mean, he specifically practices star skips for this tournament, so...
I mean, for real, the star skips honestly matter in this category a lot.
I mean, over the whole course, it's probably like 6 seconds.
Exactly, and that's, again, Grondious with a decent moonshine. Kalaverita as well with a decent moonshine. This race is staying very close. Yeah,
Star skip.
that was a good one. 44, that's really good.
And another star skip. Star keeps left and right here. I think they were on discounts on Sunday today or something.
Seriously.
Kalaverita just put in here like a crazy run right now. But Grondious just putting one that it's a little bit crazier.
I know, they're both on very, very good pace, honestly. Kalaverita just with a little bit of mistake on Mortimer, honestly, was the only gripe, I think, with the run.
Yeah, I think all the other bosses have been like a 1 second difference.
Yeah, in Forest Follies was the 4 second also.
Oh yeah.
But again, when it just comes down to the bosses, Kalaverita is putting up a fight. So, I mean, he gets Ninja Clip. It's not like he doesn't get it. So, this race is close. You know, expecting the next one is gonna be probably just as close. Let's see. Does he get the... Oh, he got it! He got the Ghost Shaker. Kalaverita might actually have a chance at this.
That would be crazy if he gets it and he wins the race because of that. Oh man, that would have been the craziest comeback I've ever seen.
Yeah. He actually, unfortunately, still would have lost with an 11 flat, and Grondious still getting a 1057.
Yeah,
But
he would have still lost. That's crazy.
why? Like, guys, just. But yeah, he did get the Ghost Shaker there and had the opportunity. And again, it's still such a low percent chance. The 110, the 109, great times from both of these runners. As you can see, even beating out Charge, like incredible. Grandius takes game number 2.
Right, checking up if they're ready. It seems that Kalaverita is ready. He just wants to, like, you know what? Let's go. Let's continue.
Yeah,
Taking a little bit more of
he's
extra
honestly
time.
on a roll right now. It might not seem like it because he might be losing, but it's not. Honestly, it's not by much. There's 10
Oh, not at
seconds,
all.
like you said, in a category like this. That can happen to Grandius at any time. Getting an 11:10 and 11:17 it's not uncommon for Grandius, and Calvarita is putting up times to beat those.
Yeah. And that 11-10 that Kalaverita just got, like, he would have won like 99% of the races in the tournament with that.
Exactly. Yeah, like that's a time that would basically beat almost anybody every single match. So again, really proving he deserves to be here. Really hoping we can see him take a race here off Grandius, even if it's just one.
Yeah, I want to say this has to go to the one in my opinion. Like, I think
Yeah,
Kalaverita is playing like extremely good to take at least 1 point in here.
yeah, I agree.
And I'm gonna be a little bit
Definitely
biased,
agree.
and it's Mexico, so I gotta cheer for Mexico as well.
Alright, well, let's see if there's going to be any differential here out of Forest Follies. Hopefully we can see both Ninja Clip, both get the shop skip, and have just the DLC boss times really be the deciding factor here.
Yeah, hopefully it's not one of these like external things. It's just the fights that define this. Oh, a little bit of a crash right there with the mob, and that's not a very good spot for Calaverita. Actually, he takes it a little bit safer because he knows like he cannot take another piece of damage if he's gonna attempt the ninja clip. I don't even know if he's gonna go for it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it might not. It's probably even better to opt out of doing it.
Grondious is 3 for 3 on ninja clips.
Yeah, he said on stream he had a couple hours one day that he took and he just grinded out Forest Follies because he was actually concerned that would be the one stage he'd take a death on. So he sat down for a couple hours and grinded it out and really got some I mean, the practice obviously has paid off. 3 for 3 in this race series, and yeah. As you can see, I mean, Jason taking a death there cost him a race, and it's a level you don't want to die in, especially in such a short category.
Yep.
All right, and here we go for some fun again. Grandius should die just for fun at Mausoleum 1. It'd be funny, be a laugh. I know you're listening. He's gonna troll now and let one get really, really close towards the end.
Yeah, so if any of you are wondering how you can actually lose on the mausoleum, well, if one of those pink ghosts touches the, like, whatever that is in the middle, and how to call that, the vessel, then
He's gonna troll
you die.
and let one get really, really close towards the end.
But, yeah, so if any I don't think that's gonna happen on race number 1. Well, if one of those pink ghosts touches
Yeah, Grandius having no fun, parrying as fast as he can, getting through the mausoleum here. Both of them doing a great job at parrying those ghosts.
Oh, an urn. You're right, an urn. Sorry. English is hard.
I didn't
Not my
even know what
native
they called it.
language.
I'm pretty sure I called it a vase in like earlier races, like so.
Yeah. Oh, a vase is the word that I was looking for.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
vase for flowers, but
Yeah.
there's dead person in there, so it would be an urn. That is
A shiny
the
box.
correct one.
So that's a
Alright,
5-second
and we
lead so
will,
far for Grondious right now, going into the first boss.
and we will see
Hopefully
good
not the last
RNG
race.
and good RNG.
That is good so far for both. Couple of parries right there for Kalaverita, a couple of parries for Grondious as well. Gonna be setting
Yeah,
up the level
Grondious
cap
this time getting the parries he's used to, so he definitely will have the card for the roll here.
Yeah, I mean, without
Kalaverita
magically
with a
getting
really
it.
nice second phase.
Oh yeah. Kalaverita sitting, I think, at 3 HP and Grondious at 2, so they both should be fine. Like,
Yeah, and
even
both good
if
heights.
random. Yeah. There it
Nice.
is. So
All right.
408 versus a 403, still a 5-second difference right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
both of them
49 and 49.
Oh, no star
No
skip.
star skip.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
point for Calaverita right there. If you don't get star skips in the grand finals, you shouldn't even be here. What you doing?
Wait, what have you
Yeah.
not have you played this game?
Yeah, like, do you even know what you're like how to switch a weapon or something?
Alright, and we have the probably most annoying. I don't know. There's so many annoying bosses for this weapon combo, but Kalaverita, let's see. Unfortunately, getting a bit trolled by the minions there, taking 2 damage.
That was definitely not the phase one he
Yeah.
wanted to see. Taking a little bit of a time right there to make sure that he doesn't take another piece of damage. Because he's already
Looks
at
like
2
Grandia
HP.
has struggled as well, yeah.
Oh.
Very smart by Kalaverita to just do the lobber double
Oh,
damage,
man.
I think.
Oh, man.
Ooh! Ooh. Oh.
That was probably way closer than he wanted to be.
Okay, he gets icicles first. Should be just fine here. Nice.
Yeah, gotta be careful. Okay. Knock out of both sides.
Alright.
Seems that it was still a pretty close fight for both of them.
Yeah, another 49 there from Kalaverita and a 48 from Grondious. Yeah, both had similar struggles with that first phase. Yeah,
both
so
made it out
again,
alive.
still anyone's race. So let's see who, if one of them misses this 50-50 on the laser, that could be some time gained back in Kalaverita's favor if he's the one who gets it.
Yeah, that 50-50 can definitely be very important. Like, they could even go to an extra phase on that last section of the boss fight.
Yes.
If they don't win the 50-50.
Ooh, Kalaverita getting a nice spready X in there. The transition, that was very nice.
Oh. A little bit safer here, but a little bit of a time loss because of that. Oh, Grondious.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was having trouble. No 50-50 for none of them.
Ooh, okay. Both of them definitely have enough damage here. And screens are in sync right now, hilariously enough.
Yeah, definitely in sync, but I think that means that Grondious...
Oh!
Yeah, especially with that.
And yeah, Grondious is definitely in the lead for sure still. 51.
Oh, versus
57.
57.
Ooh.
Kind of big.
Yeah. Yeah, right there is definitely huge. And like I said, that's why I really call that one the decider, because now it's up to Grondious to die on Moonshine or Salt, basically. Because that's so hard now to make up those 12 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever he is behind.
Gotta be about 12 seconds, yeah.
So yeah, Grondious getting decent RNG. Accidentally getting hit there by the cactus, I think, but not the biggest deal.
Yeah,
Both
still in
will
a
be
good
moving
position,
on with
but
3
he doesn't want to get
HP.
hit again.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Alright, Kalaverita, let's see. He's able to get the parry as well. Nice. Alright, and both of them having the classic phase here. Should be moving into, yep, the spam can any second. Both can just damage boost through after the first nuke. Kalaverita unfortunately missing that first parry, but should be fine.
Have a look here at 103. There's a 104. Both of them. Still Grondious just taking a second here and a second there. There's just gonna be a couple bosses right now between the championship for Grondious or 1 point for Kalaverita. And really enough is, like you said, probably one of the most practiced bosses because they're like the hardest ones, I think.
Yeah, this boss in particular, I know that lobber trap in that second phase took, I'm sure, so much labbing. I know the community like definitely had a big part in doing this boss, but Grondious himself with lobber spread, like this phase is so hard to pull off consistently, so it takes so much practice, and you can see both the runners really both have their own way of doing it to make sure they optimize their HP, get the kill on that left side. Grondious struggling a little bit there, it looked like, but he did get the mob right beforehand, so his damage probably not as much as he liked it. Still gets a quick knockout there, though. And, I mean, definitely not happy with his time, but he kept it together. Yeah,
Oh, 7
50. Like
seconds.
that.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
that would have been. See, like he definitely like when you get minions with lobber spread, it's impossible basically to get your lobber trap off. So that second phase becomes so hard. And unfortunately, Kalaverita did lose some time on other bosses, but that would have been, enough to bring him back in.
So right now it's a 4-second lead to Grondious. So 4 seconds can definitely happen in Chef Salvaker.
Oh, it can definitely happen in Chef. Yeah. Alright, so let's see here. Love when he starts off with the cubes.
I don't even know what is good RNG here or what is not.
I think you want everything, honestly, but strawberry is, from what I've heard Grondious say, realistically.
Got it. If we're gonna be seeing a ultimate jutsu.
He might be. He very well might be. That might be the deciding factor here. If one of them able to pull this out. Kalaverita, I don't think got any ghost shakers. Neither did Grondious. You can see him shaking his head about that.
Like a 3-second
Alright.
lead for Grondious right now on the white screen.
Yeah,
Pretty close to both of them.
it's gonna come down to the heart. Kalaverita playing it very aggressively as he needs to. Oh! Grondious over damage just a little bit better there and does get the win. And GG to Grondious, who will be the World Cuphead Tournament champion here for the DLC any percent category.
Yep. We're just gonna be claiming the Tournament of Legends here. But honestly, huge GG's right there to Kalaverita. He joined, and not only that, like, he actually had to go through, like, all Legends to come here. Like, he fought against Kirdar, he fought up against,
Yeah,
like,
he
Jason.
battled.
Yeah.
Like I said, the entire time, he deserved his spot here, and he was so close to taking one game from Grondious multiple times there. Grondious, honestly, 2 sub-11s and the grand finals is kind of Grondious things, and that's not fair. but
Let me see. Like, we haven't done like any interviews, but I think it's the grand final. So let me see if any of them want to join.
yeah, absolutely. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I was one of the regular just Cuphead believers who was just expecting this to come down to Grondious Jason. It was great seeing Kalaverita pull out that victory, honestly.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a pretty close match as well.
It was an intense match, and it was just great to see. It was something else.
Okay, it seems that Kalaverita is actually going to join. And Calaverita's interview is probably going to be like in Spanish and English. Okay, seems that Grondious is going to join as well. And if you have any questions in chat you may want to make to any of the runners, feel free to post them. I guarantee we're going to do them all, but I'll try. Hey, Kichu, I mentioned this before, so GG Speedruns starts for Grondious game speedruns.
Yeah, Dino didn't know it at the time, but he made this for Grondious before meeting him.
Yeah. Because he keeps winning the tournaments that we do here. Like on different
Yeah.
games, like not only Cuphead, like actually different
Every
games.
game, this guy needs to calm down. Guy needs to calm it down. The Messenger, this, Eagle Island, the multifaceted runner.
Oh, wait, he doesn't see us. Hey, Calaverita,
¿Qué onda?
¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Qué pensabas antes de esta pelea?
Bien, pues lo normal, nervios, pero pues un poquito nada del otro mundo. Y nada, pues ya quería jugarla, ya tenía muchas ganas de jugar así contra Grondious. No tuve ahorita la mejor run que pudiera, y la primera, pues, no me acomodé bien, todavía no venía al 100, pero pues, estuvo bien, fue una buena final.
Claro, claro que sí. No, les traduzco a los que nos están viendo. So Calaverita is saying that he was definitely feeling a little bit nervous like before coming here, but he's happy about his performance. He thinks that it was a good final. He was having a little bit of trouble still feeling himself out on the first race, but apparently after the second race, he was already feeling his strats over here. Calaverita, ¿tenías alguna estrategia en específico sabiendo que era Grondious contra el que ibas?
No, iba con la mentalidad yo de romper PB. Era mi estrategia nada más. O sea, ahora sí que iba total arriesgado.
Me parece una excelente estrategia. So, Calaverita's strat here, because he was fighting against Grondious, it was like, well, I gotta break my PV, so I'm just gonna go for everything here if I wanna take a point out of Grondious.
Smart play.
I agree. Otra cosa que vimos de ti en el torneo, empezaste jugando con Sharkshot, después como que hiciste un poco de mix entre Sharkshot y Lover, y después te fuiste a full Lover. ¿Qué fue lo que...? Digo, sé que el Lover es más rápido, pero ¿cómo tomaste esa decisión de, ¿sabes qué? Sí voy a ir por Lover.
Pues es que recién que empecé a hacer speedruns, jugué Charge Lover por lo mismo de que es más sencillo. Y no habíamos podido ver en ese punto todavía el explotar totalmente la Lover como lo hace Grondious. Entonces, después de ver el Ultimate Jutsu y algunas otras cosas que él hacía, pues me planteé de que, o sea, si realmente quería competir, no solo para llegar a la final, sino poder competir con posibilidades de de ganar el torneo, pues entonces tenía que cambiar mi ruta y pues empecé poco a poco a practicarla. Cuando la primera vez que la usé, en la primera ronda, llevaba apenas practicándola 2 días,
¿Ok?
pero me sentí con confianza para intentarla, más que nada para ver la presión de usar esas armas en un torneo.
Ujú.
Y ya de ahí en más, pues ya nada más estuve practicando eso después de ahí.
Perfecto. All right, so I asked Kalaverita what was about changing from Shot to Lover, kind of like mid-tournament, because we saw him using Lover on his very first matches, actually. I mean, using Shot instead of the Lover spread. And he says that, well, at the start of the tournament, that it was still not at its full potential, it seems, but that little by little, especially seeing Grondious, like just exploiting those two weapons as much as possible, that he started practicing them himself, and he just decided to give them a try in the tournament, and it seems, in my opinion, it definitely paid off. All right. Daka, do you have any questions you want to do to Calaverita?
I just want to say GG to you. That was an amazing performance throughout the entire tournament. I think you really proved yourself an amazing runner in this category and basically every category I've seen you run. And I want to say definitely it takes a lot of guts to run lobber spread in this category, and switching it up midway through was a, you know,
Thank you. Sí, no te
it
preocupes,
was a
sí lo
risk.
entendí.
Ah, perfecto. Muy bien.
Thank you.
Bueno, yo solo te quiero hacer
Yeah.
entonces una pregunta más. Bueno, ahora segundo lugar. Vemos que eres un super jugadorazo de Cuphead. ¿Tienes algún plan en mente sobre qué más tiempos quieres obtener? Quizás Hater Percent con DLC, o ¿qué planes tienes para Cuphead?
Pues, ya saben que a mí me encanta el Heider, lo odio, pero lo amo. Pero pues aún no hay una categoría de él. Ya la hice yo, pero pues no sé si en algún momento la vayan a agregar a Speedrun.com o si vayan a añadir más reglas.
Ujú,
Pues ahorita voy a seguir variando. No me gusta mucho jugar una sola categoría.
ujú.
Como en All Bosses 1.1 solamente hice como, no sé, poquitas horas de intentos. En Legacy igual, o sea, me gusta jugar cosas distintas porque como es el juego que más le gusta ver a mi comunidad, me aburro si juego una sola categoría.
Ok.
Entonces, pues, ahorita de que acabó el DLC ya no creo jugar esta categoría un buen rato para descansar.
Ujú.
Ya después, pues, a ver qué sale. A lo mejor y vuelvo al Hater 1.1.
Perfecto. All right, so Calaverita is saying that, yeah, he will potentially play more Hater Percent, but including the DLC, that he already invented his own category. So that hopefully it at some point gets actually added to the leaderboards, but that he's also just going to be playing like multiple categories since his community likes Cuphead a lot. He gets a little bit bored on only playing one single category, so he just likes to play a lot of the categories here. And we can see actually an amazing doggo right there in the webcam. Bueno, pues muchas felicidades, Calaverita, por este segundo lugar. Muchas gracias
Gracias.
también
¿Puedo
por
decir algo a
competir.
Grondious antes de
Claro, claro.
acabar? No, pues un honor jugar contra el mejor del mundo. O si es que alguien no lo llega a considerar así, pues el mejor del mundo en el DLC. Por mucho. Tenía muchas ganas de jugar este versus. Pues yo aprendí prácticamente todas las técnicas. O sea, de usar estas armas. Por ahí fui adaptando algunas cositas a mi estilo, pero lo que aprendí pues fue de mirar sus speedruns. Cómo lo manejaba él. Y pues mis felicitaciones por ganar el torneo, por no perder un solo match en el torneo. Sí, es un jugador muy dedicado y que se esfuerza demasiado en cada vez hacerlo más perfecto. Y pues un honor haber competido en la final contra él.
Awesome. So, Grondious, this is for you. So, Calaverita is saying that it was such an honor to play against you. That basically all of the strats that he learned for this tournament, he pretty much learned them from you. He considers you pretty much the best Cuphead player in the world. And if that somebody has any doubts about that, that you're at least the best on the DLC. So he's pretty honored about that. He's so happy to being able to play against you. And yeah, he was so happy that he was able to reach the finals to be able to play against you on that grand finals.
Oh, hello everyone. Yeah, that's thank you so much. Those are very kind words. It was some awesome games. GG's and thank you. I was very impressed that you learned lobber spread and got so good so fast. It's very difficult combo.
Yes.
But you did excellent, and putting up some amazing times. Even able to beat Jason with it. That was just amazing. So good games again, Calaverita.
Thank you, samely.
Awesome, great. If anybody wants to check out more Calaverita action, remember that he streams normally in Facebook. Actually, the link's just posted right there. So
Yes, you can find me in Facebook Gaming.
yeah, so
Thank you.
make sure to check him out. Definitely an amazing runner, especially if you want to learn Cuphead. And if you're part of the Spanish-speaking community, what a best like time to join Calaverita. He clearly is one of the best in the world. So definitely check him out. All right, so Grondious, first place, champion, yet again. Now for Cuphead DLC. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. It was stressful leading up to this match. Of course, Kalaverita, seeing his performance against Jason yesterday, I was nervous. I'm like, oh man, like he's putting up times that absolutely can beat what I can do as well. And yeah, it's such a relief to not just have won, but just to have like played well. And because that's the thing I'm always the most nervous about, is just doing all this preparation and then getting nervous and just making really a lot of stupid mistakes. So I was really happy. I got a couple sub 11-minute times. I think that 10:57 was the best time in the tournament. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was. So it was really cool to get to do some good times, to show off what Laverspread could do from both me and Calaverita. And yeah, I think this makes the fourth GG Speedruns tournament I've entered across 3 different games. And I've managed to win all 4, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think all 4 games, honestly, they're like pretty different. We had like Eagle Island, which was mouse and keyboard, The Messenger, which is a platforming game pretty much, compared to this that is just like a boss rush. So that's crazy. And speaking about that, do you have any specific method, or like what is like your, I want to say, I guess, training routine, or how do you approach a new game or a new speedrun to be as consistent and as good as you normally get?
It's a lot about just trying to build a really good foundation. I try to really keep understanding the game at a core level,
Hmm?
understanding what you could do and what you can't do. And as I optimize, I kind of try to optimize stuff, get it as fast as possible, but then you have to take a step back and go, okay, that's what as fast as possible looks like, but that kills me like half the time.
Hmm?
So I need to also take a tiny step back and learn these other bad situations where you get unlucky in these games, or just you make a mistake, you just get put into a bad spot. I try to like look at those situations, care about them, and be like, okay, now that I'm in this terrible situation, let's practice this situation and optimize this situation as well, because you don't want to lose a lot of time to playing too safe either. Against an opponent like Calaverita, I can't just sit back and chill. I have to go all out. So I think that's what I try to do, is I try to look at all aspects and just build on top of a solid foundation. And yeah, just be as practice consistency too, care about that, not just the absolute fastest thing only.
Like a pretty good balance. And speaking about like going all out, that was actually Calaverita's strat. I think he mentioned that before you joined, that his strat was, you know what, I'm just gonna go for PV, and that's like what's gonna give me the best chance against Grondious. Was your strategy also going all out, and did anything change from your match against Calaverita compared to your strat versus like the rest of the tournament?
Um, it was like mostly all out. Like there was a couple things where I just was okay losing the tiniest bit of time. Like for just the smallest example in the shop, I was very careful to make sure that I went to spread and didn't like accidentally go to smoke bomb or something like that. Just very carefully click over there,
Hmm.
make sure I'm on spread, make sure my hand's in the right spot and everything, so I get shop skip. Because you lose if you mess that up. I mean, it's just over. If you buy the wrong thing, or in the past, I've lost 8 seconds. I think that actually determined the match between Luigi and Jason.
It did.
Um,
It did.
yeah,
Yep.
so it's like those little things. I was just like, okay, I need to make sure I don't mess these up, because 8 seconds, that's like I might just lose on the spot, just losing that time. So other than that, though, I was mostly going all out. Just if things started to look pretty grim, like I started getting low HP, I took too many hits, I would play like a little safer, maybe opt out of a damage boost here and there. But a lot of that stuff, you're talking like I'm losing 0.3 here, 0.2 there. Just trying to make the right decisions. There was some spots where it didn't turn out too well, like Moonshine Mob on that last race. I got a 50-second time because I got bad RNG and I
Minions,
could have
yeah.
played.
You got the
Yeah,
minions right at the end there.
yeah. And I could have played super aggressive with a bunch of spready X and went down to 1 HP. But that situation, when all that happens, it's so risky. It's so easy to die because you're probably gonna have to fight against the third phase, the antelope, as I like to call it. Some call it an anteater.
Some call it the proper animal name, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that's one of those situations where there was some nerves, and I did make a call to play safer, and it did cost me a lot of time. Thankfully, it didn't end up costing me the race, but yeah, there's just a lot of decision making. It's really a fine line you have to ride when it comes between like going as fast as possible and also just trying not to take a huge time loss to a death or like missing shop skip or whatever.
Absolutely. I do have one more questions I want to ask, but Dak, I'm not sure if you want to ask anything for Grondious.
No, just congratulate you on your win, and you definitely deserve it for grinding out this category like you did and really putting in the work to prove that lobber spread is still superior. So that's really all I gotta say, man. Really, really good job.
Thanks too for commentating this. It's awesome. I can't wait to watch back and hear that. It's great having you around, man. And
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it was a great time.
lobber spread. It came out on top in the end. It was looking pretty bad at first. Like it didn't
Oh, it
look very
really
promising.
was. It really was. I remember there for a while, it was, well, if we can't use lobber, we can try twist up, we can try converge, we can try. We were desperate. We were
Yeah.
desperate for anything but charge.
Yeah.
And Grondious just still made the classic combo work, and honestly, it's just amazing that it's still on top to this day.
Well, if it's
We'll
not
have to
working, don't
see
fix it.
though if people explore the full runs. We'll have to see if it still remains on top, though.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, great. So I have one final question. So I know you're usually kind of like play different games by like seasons, according to I guess many different factors, potentially like tournaments or potentially just what you feel like playing. So are you gonna continue on playing this DLC, or what can we potentially expect from Grondious in the near future?
I grinded this category really hard. I ended
I'll
up
give
with
you a
a PB.
lobotomy myself if you keep grinding the DLC.
Yeah, I'm done with it for now. I would like to come back to it someday. For the DLC plus base game category, which is a much longer run. I think it would be cool to work on that category more. And I do want to go back. Actually, very recently, Clipboard, he beat my version 115 all bosses record, which it stood for almost 3 years, but he beat it recently with a 2810, and it's an amazing run. So someday I'd like to go back to that too. But yeah, for now, I'm taking a break from Cuphead. That was a lot. I played a lot, and yeah, looking forward to the next game, which will probably be the Messenger, since I know there's a little bit of a tournament for that coming up.
Yeah, actually, we released the trailer today between matches. You probably haven't seen it because I know you were focused, but the trailer already was shown today. Sign-ups are opening tomorrow. The dates are gonna be, let me tell you right now, and this is for everybody as well. So the rookie tournament is gonna be taking place December 3rd and 4th, and then the season player tournament is gonna starting on the 5th of December. That's when we can start scheduling matches for that tournament. But yeah, signups for that and everything. Like, trailer is already out there, and signups are gonna be opening tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah. After the Messenger, though, after that tournament, I'm very likely to return to Draken, as some may know Draken.
Oh boy.
So
Bleh.
Tournament of Hater Percent, please.
Oh, I don't know about hater percent.
Oh, I would love to do a hater percent tournament, but we're potentially gonna have like 4 participants or something like that.
No, es broma, ya sé que no.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be better to just have people's webcam full screen and just them crying. Would be.
It's a brutal category.
All right. So Daka, Grondious, Kalaverita, anything else you might want to add before we close?
Pues gracias, como decía Grondious. Thank you for, ¿cómo se dice organizar? Bueno, gracias por organizar el torneo. Por dejar la invitación abierta. Estuvieron muy bien respetados los horarios. Estuvo muy bien organizado prácticamente de principio a fin. Creo que del primer día a hoy o a ayer subió bastante también el número de los espectadores del torneo. Así que, pues me da mucho gusto. Y Dino, te la rifaste y pues creo que ahí se vio el resultado en cuanto a la gente también le gustó el torneo.
Perfecto. No, pues muchas gracias a ti, Calaverita. Y como siempre digo, sin corredores, pues esto no podría existir. Entonces, pues esperemos tenerte por acá en futuros eventos que tengamos.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Daka, Grondious, any last words?
I'll let you go.
Just thank you so much for hosting this, Dino. Yet again, it was just an amazing tournament. There were so many epic moments. I was so happy to be a part of this. I mean, even that match that came down to the wire between Kalaverita and Jason the other day, tying it up 2-2. I think it was game 4. It was just epic. You know, those are like those moments. It's just like, man, it makes me so happy to see the Cuphead community taking this new DLC and already just doing some amazing things with it, making some epic matches. So, and it was an absolute honor, of course, to play against Kalaverita. I remember back when I first saw him, his hater percent runs, and I think he did like hater percent with Chaser and like basically every weapon. And I was like, how is this possible on Grim? Like how S rank? So it's just I was very impressed for a long time, and it's awesome seeing Kalaverita rise to the the very top of the leaderboards, up in the top 3 with Lobber Spread. It's just it's awesome. And thank you so much for the matches and all that stuff. Also, thanks to everyone watching. It's great. Been great having everyone showing up and hanging out.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being a part of these events, Grondious, and for letting me bounce ideas with you as well. Sometimes I go a little bit too crazy with the ideas that I have in mind. So I need somebody that actually runs the game to tell me how not to go that crazy. But yeah, thank you definitely for that. And Daka, do you have any last words?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, Dino, again, thank you for hosting this. Always appreciate you supporting the Cuphead community and everything. It's as much as I hate the game now and I'm not as big a part of it as I was, I love these guys, all of them, everyone that's a part of the community. It's a great community. It's a bunch of great people. It's always a good time.
Absolutely, definitely. And it was amazing to see you here commentating. For anybody that doesn't know, Daka was actually on the original founder team of GG Speedruns. So Daka's been here for quite a while, so it was amazing to see Daka coming here to commentate. Also, I mean, I met him because of Cuphead, so thank you so much for being a part of this as well, Daka.
Yeah, always appreciate what you do. Gotta support you.
Thank you. All right, and that's for me. Again, we're gonna be having the 4th year anniversary marathon. Actually, the link for submissions already there. You can just type !4th. Again, Messenger submissions open tomorrow. If you guys want to participate, there's going to be a noob tournament and then a season player tournament. Of course, all the noob players can join the season player one as well. And well, I don't know if we're ever going to be doing another tournament of Legends. We might so. The idea that it was kind of like one of a time, or maybe every 4 years, kind of like the World Cup, which is kind of like where it was inspired. But if we do a second edition, I think Kalaverita deserves to be that 8th spot on the Legends as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll see who other Legends probably stay or not. But thank you so much, everybody that participated, that tuned in. Thank you so much to the Cuphead community. It's always amazing. I love the community. Like Taka said, even if I don't really run the game anymore, it's a game that I still enjoy watching a lot. It's a game that I really, really like to hang out with the people that runs this game. And it's amazing to see that the community of Cuphead always or usually has a good time being here around GG Speedrun. So definitely, this is not gonna be the last we see of Cuphead around here, but we'll see what next year brings here. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, stay tuned. Follow us on Twitter, Discord, YouTube for the BODs, and thank you so much. I hope everybody has a great rest of your Sunday.
All right. Night, everybody. GG's.
Bye bye.
Bye.
GG's. Thank you.